Action.
Good evening, all Santos. This is Daniel Hickory. Welcome to the first ever Hickory Podcast. I'm here with Dana Bridgewater and Jack Salazar. Today, we're just gonna talk for a bit. We're gonna talk for about 10 minutes, just about how Los Santos is in this current state. Dana, how are you doing today? Why don't you introduce yourself? A
Well,
bit.
thank you, Daniel, for having me today at your first podcast. My name is Dana Bridgewater, for all of you out there who don't know who I am. And how's the city of Los Santos? Well, I feel that it's up and down at times. You know, there are some nasty criminals in the city, but then there's our wonderful police department where we have the state troopers, we have the Port Authority, and we also have LSPD officers. So we do, and we also have the county officers who are back
Uh
in the
huh.
city. So I'm very excited to have them here protecting me against all of the criminals in the city.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Okay, Josh, how about you?
Yeah, thanks, bud. So, hey, everyone. Thanks again, Daniel, for having me on the podcast. So, my name's Josh Salazar. I run Ravioli Pastioli downtown. We're kind of new to the city. We just opened a couple weeks ago, and, we really appreciate everyone coming down and supporting us there, So I think, my time in the city has been, it's been interesting, right? There's certainly a lot of crazy stuff going on. I think, especially down in our area specifically, there seems to be a lot of crime. A lot of people, driving a little erratic and, running over pedestrians and stuff.
Yeah, it sounds great, Josh. So before we get to our topic, I just want to say thank you so much to Weazel News for being our sponsor today. Okay, so what do you guys think about the new vaccine that's coming out? Personally, I feel as if it's gonna turn it all into goblins, and we're gonna be running around the streets of Los Santos acting crazy.
Wait, what vaccine are you talking about?
What's it called? It's called like the Fisher vaccine.
Well, Daniel, my concern is more of the chip that they are going to insert with that vaccine. I don't want them to know when I'm working at the Vanilla Unicorn.
Yeah, I don't think there's
you
been
might grow a
enough
third
research
butt
done
cheek.
about it,
Well, a third butt cheek in my business sometimes isn't exactly a bad thing.
I mean, don't you think some of the guys will get scared from that? Personally, I think it would be pretty cool, but some
I'd love to have a third butt cheek.
normal
Well, it all
people
depends on the clientele, Daniel. There's some very
But
interesting individuals at the Vanilla Unicorn.
here's the thing: if you had a third butt cheek, where would you poop out of?
Well, Daniel, I would assume it would be your current butthole, if you may let
Would
me
you
say
have
that.
two buttholes or just one?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if there's a third cheek. Does it just go beside one of the other two cheeks? Does it go above it? Maybe. Who knows?
I think you actually get to choose where it goes. I think that's how it
Oh,
works.
that could be it. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe whenever before
the
they.
second shot,
Yes.
the second vaccine they give you, they ask for where you want it.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good idea. That would be nice.
Let's move on.
All right. So how about this Twitter drama going on lately? What do we think about that? Talking about how they think that a religious cult's gonna take over the city. They take over the police department.
Yeah, I was part of a cult growing up as a kid, so I can I can
me
talk a little
too.
bit about that. Oh, you were
but
too?
you're not in it anymore.
No, I got out.
Oh.
I got out. Fortunately, it was scary.
never
though,
mind then.
Like I didn't know any better. I was a kid, so I was just kind of following along with my parents, and then I woke up Christmas Eve and I saw that there were a bunch of devils downstairs in my house, and they were kind of walking around the fire. So, it was a little scary.
Yeah, so I don't know. They were saying on Twitter that these cult activists were gonna raid the PD station and kidnap the chief. What are we thinking about that?
Well, Daniel, I think that when we look at Los Santos, if you look into things, we have had a couple aliens within the city, and even Bigfoot has been around. So, as far as cults or what have you coming into the city, I wouldn't be shocked about anything I see in the city.
I agree, Dana. I don't think there's anything that can surprise us here.
Not at all, Joshy. Not at all. Oh, and first of
Yeah.
all, Daniel, before I forget, I would like to thank Weazel News for letting you have your podcast here at the station, and a extra special shout out to Johnny Santarpino of Weazel News for this experience
Absolutely, yeah.
and
Yeah,
I can't
having
believe
thank you.
everyone
Johnny
here. Yes,
Santorpino's
thank you,
behind camera
Johnny.
right now.
That's a great point, Dana. That's a great
Yeah,
point.
he's a great guy. He has great tan as well. His tan matches his pants, actually, if you look at him a
I was
certain
noticing
way.
that
Yeah,
already.
yeah, you guys
In the
noticed
I
right
that?
thought the
it's
same
it's
thing.
spot
His
on, yeah.
tan and his pants. It's almost like they spray painted them the same
Personally,
time.
I thought so too. The spray
I
tan
can't
just
be
kind of
friends with
kept
people
going.
who
Yeah.
spray tan because I feel like that's really bad for you. My mom says that spray tan has really hurt you, and so I try to stay away from people like that because I think it's evil.
Yeah, well, it
Um,
seeps into your veins, through your skin, because
yeah, exactly. So it's
that's
kind
what you
of
gotta watch
bad.
out
So
for.
Well,
Johnny, get that checked
it
out.
kind of
But
seems like he's almost like the orange man over there in the
He
corner.
is kind of, yeah, I agree.
It's got that orange hue to it.
It's just a little bit of tint in the right light. It just kind of reflects off the skin and gives off that orange.
kind of
Absolutely.
like the Willy Wonka type vibes that I get from him.
Oh, Willow Wonka, yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
Oompa
I mean,
Loompas. Yeah.
yes,
That's
his
pretty spot
skin,
on.
his skin kind of matches your hair a little bit, Daniel.
Oh, it's very
My
close.
hair's more brown, so I would
Yeah,
say you're
definitely darker.
false.
He
I'm
has
just gonna
more of
say
that
that you're
orange
false. You're wrong about
hue
that.
to it.
Okay, you're just wrong about that. But I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
hate you for it. Um, do you guys play video games?
I love video games. That's what I do in my spare time when I'm not running ravioli.
On occasion, Daniel. On occasion.
I don't know, Danny. You seem like a video game kind of gal.
Well,
Yeah.
I like
I
those
love
little
I
simple
love
games
playing
like
like Great
Minecraft.
Steel Cars 5 and stuff like that. So
Daniel, what's your favorite game to play nowadays?
I mean, I love the new NBA coming out. 4K 54, NBA 4K 54. That one's really good.
4K
I've been looking
54.
into this new
Yeah.
game. It's called Great Value Fortnite. Have you ever heard of it?
I heard of that
yeah,
one, Dana.
yeah.
Yeah, they look like they got noodle arms and stuff. Right?
Yeah, noodle
Yes,
arms.
it looks
Yeah,
like they're
yeah.
like 12 feet tall and 9-foot arms. Yes.
Oh, without a doubt. Yep.
They got a hell of a reach, They should be playing basketball.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine that likes to play that game, and
I actually made my own game if you guys want to play it.
Oh, what's it called,
what's it
Daniel?
called?
It's called Defender 2.
And what do you do in the game, Daniel?
You defend stuff for the second time, and it's really cool.
Wait, defend it from what though?
What are you defending?
I haven't really figured that out yet. I kind of just coded it as a circle, so you kind of just use your imagination in.
Closing minute.
So you run around in a circle.
No, you
And-
shoot circles, which
you
but
shoot
you
the
don't have a
circles.
gun, so you're like shooting it like nothing.
So okay, but you
It's-
use your
it's-
imagination to it.
I made it with HTML, so
Oh, so you're pretending that you're defending something, basically. Two
I
times.
mean,
Two
couldn't you
times.
just close your eyes
it's
too
the
and
second
have the
time,
same-
yeah. But I
Yes.
didn't make a first one,
Yes.
but it's the second one because the second one's always cooler.
Right,
Well,
about
Daniel,
minute.
I see it looks
And
like we're running
funner.
out of time, and I
Sure.
just wanted to thank you once again for
Okay.
having me on your
Yeah,
show.
Yeah,
well,
thanks,
thank you
Daniel. It's
guys
been a lot
so
of
much
fun,
for
bro.
hanging out with us for this first ever podcast. We'll be back next week with another episode of our podcast. Thank you so much to Dana and Jack for joining us today. Anyways, if there's anything else that you guys want to talk about, say it now. If not, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you next week. Thank you guys. Love you, Los Santos. And shout out once again to Weazel News.